So I don't know why I always make videos of the things that I don't expect to work, but maybe it's just kind of fun. So this is the new gearbox here, Borgeson. It is power steering, and the nipple is a lot longer than the original. In fact, it goes into the interior past the firewall over there. So I can spend $500 and $550 or so to get a new steering column and steering shaft assembly with a couple couplers and an additional piece of shaft to make it all brand new and work, which is probably what I'll end up doing. But in the meantime, because why not, here's the old one, the original, and I've done the math, and I need to take off 6 inches and then see if I can rebuild this on the interior. It's all rusty and old anyway, and the steering wheel looks terrible. But see if I can rebuild it on the interior here and change the shape of the shaft, which is here. Cut the shaft off of here and then make it a double D. I have to measure that later, not ready for that. And then see if I can assemble that and steer the car with the original. The shifter was on the column, but that will no longer be on the column. It'll be a floor shifter. So this will be cut off. This basically moves, not basically, it moves the tube. But that will not work. So here we go. I've got the grinder ready to go, and we'll see what happens. So we see about, I don't know, 20-30 seconds later, I'm more than halfway through. So I'm going to rotate it and continue cutting. But it was a lot easier than a hacksaw. I think it took me longer to get the hacksaw out of the closet. All right, so just about done, and now it's hanging freely. It's just by that one little piece there. I'm going to hit that with the hacksaw. And you'll see that I'm not going to touch it because it's hot. But now this tube is no longer centered. It's because there's a bearing down in there that I'm going to see if I can drive out. Okay, so I can do this, but it'll be ugly. All right, you clean this up. Oh, you notice something's missing. Oh, that's right. Yes, of course. Well, the shaft for the shifter is a separate tube inside the tube, obviously. So it fell out. So here it is. We don't need it, but I'm saying it'll be ugly. I can do this, but it will be ugly because this shifter we don't need anymore. So this whole collar would no longer be needed. And underneath here, obviously this is shifting on something, right? Well, there is a slit in the metal for the shifter, so which you can see somewhere. So I'm going to take this apart and see what that looks like. Okay, so second thought here, looking at this and holding it in my hand, realizing, what am I doing? This is literally just a shaft. It's a column that the shaft fits through. It's a steering column. That's all it is. The only thing I really need to stabilize everything is up here, this bearing, and the bearing on the below would be helpful. So if I were to keep this, I would need a bearing for the bottom, and I already have a bearing for the top. But this has the shifter and it has the turn signal, and that's it. But it also has this guy here. So there's nothing aesthetically pleasing about this at all. So maybe if I really want to do this just temporarily for now and put everything together next year, I simply cut this and give the double D end to it so that it can be received into the coupler, and call it a day, because I can attach the steering wheel and I could just clamp it up on the inside to turn the wheels. That's all I need to do. I'm not driving anywhere. So that's where I'm at. Okay, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it just so that I can say I did it. I'm going to cut it right about here, and then I will make double D grooves with the grinder, which I have never used before. So, all live and learn. Told you it was hot. All right. And here it is. Is it good? No. Will it work? For what I want to do with it for now? Yeah, I think it will. Okay, so I said, can I make it better? And I said, yes, I can. So here we go. Look at that. It's all the way to the end, just about to the end. That will be more than enough. And no wobble left, and no wobble. What you hear is actually down here. This is not wobbling at all. So very happy. All right, so this concludes this standalone episode. So there's the coupler and there's the shaft, and guess what? Silliness actually works. It's you know, that's not permanent, but point is, will it work? Yeah, I just kind of need a bearing in there, and I can actually even use the shaft to just gotta shorten it.